Alright, we are going to do that dreaded disclosure statement, a thing we all love so much and have to get to our students and back filled out with some information on it. We're going to turn into a 21st century disclosure statement. Here we go. First thing you probably need is a Google account, and then you're going to upload your disclosure statement. Being that it's online, you edit it once, it's saved everywhere, and no need to upload anything again to anywhere because it's already there. To upload your document, just click on your icon over here, the upload icon, browse to your file, and upload it. Easy, easy, easy. I'm going to click on it. Here it is. Mr. John Doe, yep, that's me. There's my disclosure statement. And this is what students would see. Now, they won't be able to edit it. I'm logged in, and I'll show you this in a second. Click on Share. I'm going to copy that link. Right click, copy, click on Done. Now I want to go to my Canvas page, which I already have open up here, called Practice and Play. I think it'd be best if we made a new page. So I'm going to click on the Pages button on the right and click on Create a New Page. I guess that was left. This is my right over here. I'm going to call this page, you guessed it. Click on Create a New Page. I'm going to call this page, yep, Disclosure. Oh, that'll work. And click on Create. I'm going to edit this page, and I'm going to put a link to my disclosure page. So I typed some information in there. I have my link, so I'm going to select where it says click here. You can of course type whatever you'd like. Control V, paste that link in. Now it says please click here and read disclosure statement of this class. Then sign the form below. We're going to go create this form now. So we're going to save the changes. And we're going to go back to Google Drive. And now we get to over on the left side, click on Create, and we're going to create a form. Now that we have our form, we're going to give it a title. We'll call it Disclosure Form. You could put more information here if you'd like, but I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Sample question 1, we're just going to start editing this. First thing I want to get from students is, of course, the student last name. Pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to make this one required. I'm going to go over here on the right and actually click on this button that says duplicate. And then I'm going to put in first name. Click on Done. After that, the sample question, I'll just edit that one. And I want to change this one. I'm going to make it a multiple choice question by clicking on the question type there. And I'm going to call this one, ask for the kids to turn in or tell me what period I have them. Hopefully that makes enough sense to them and to you. And then in the options, I will just type in the options. 1A, 2A, and so on. Get them typed in. And then of course I want to make that one required as well. Click on Done. Next question, next thing I want to get is some information about the parent. I'm going to go up here and click on Add Item and choose a text box. Now I want parent name, and I can get one as in just put them together. I'll just call it last first. However you want to make that, and of course make that one required, and click on yep, Done. The other thing I would like to get here, another text box, is a parent email. Require. I'm not going to require email because some parents may not have an email address. I won't require that one. And the last I'm going to get from them is a phone number, of course. And you can put more in here if you like. You get the idea. You can add more content by clicking on the Add Item button at the top there. The last two things I want to add here, just from experience, I think, I want to add a paragraph. I clicked on text item accidentally, but that's okay. I can change it down here. Add a paragraph item. And I want to know anything special. And what we mean by that is, you know, is allergies, IEP, 504, anything you need to know about the student, vision or hearing issues, whatever you need to know about your student. And then I would not make that one required, but you know, if you can, if you like, that's up to you guys. If you do make it required, I would also put, if none, type none. So if it's required but they don't have any special issues, what are they supposed to type in that box? And the last thing I'm going to add is a multiple choice. I'm kind of doing this also to show you options of what you can do here. Got it? And that is to say, as a student, I went over the disclosure with my parents. Something similar to that. And I'm going to type in the only option is yes. It doesn't say they agree with it or anything else, but I want them to say that yes, they read it. And I make that required, click on done. And that is my form. You can add more items if you'd like, whatever makes sense to you. Change your theme if you'd like. I'm not going to go there right now. You can choose that all you want. Sharing, I'm not going to get into. Email this form. Sometimes I email the form to me because then I have the link to the form and I can just fire that out to a teacher, or I'm sorry, to a parent instead of having to go to Google to find it again. Do that if you'd like. That's your choice. See responses, summary spreadsheet. We'll do this later. We don't have any responses, so there's nothing to see right now. More actions. Edit confirmation. This is what it's going to say after the student responds to or fills in the form. You do not want to publish response summaries on this example. And the last one, the important one, is this embed code. Click on embed. Copy this code. Don't worry about what it means. And just cancel or close that window. And now we want to go back to Canvas. Here's our disclosure page. Now we want to edit this page. Here's the tricky part. You have to come here to switch views. This is where you get the code. I want to click at the very end. Don't worry about what all that means. Leave it all in there. Don't change anything. Click at the end. I'm going to hit enter just to give me a line. Make it nice and neat. And then I'm going to paste. That's it. Don't even worry about what all that means. Whoops. And then hit save. Here's my page. If I click here, here's a disclosure statement for my students to read. They won't have the edit options, remember, because we did not give them rights to edit. But there's my disclosure, and they can go to File, Print, just like they would print it. If they want a printed copy, that's fine. Now that I read my disclosure statement, I'm going to put some information. I'm going to fill out the form. I could spell my own name. Oh, what parent should I be in? How about 2A? Parent name. I'm going to skip something here, just to show you what will happen if you skip it. And I'll put a phone number in here. We'll call it 385-646. See if anybody knows this number. 5,000. And I'll just type no. And then down here, got it. Yep, I read it. And then I'll click on submit, and you'll notice nothing changed because, oh wait, I forgot something. Did I? There it is. Parent last name. There we go. Alright. So that's what happens if you require something and they don't require it. So now we just submitted the form. Imagine 100 students doing this. This is your first homework assignment. And they got to submit the form. There's the whatever that was called on the form that we filled out. We didn't change it, but that's what it says. And now I'm going to show you the cool part. Go back to your Google Drive, to your disclosure form, and it will be filled in with what we just put in that form. There I am. It even gives me the timestamp. There's what I've put into there's a parent name, parent email. I did not put one in for some reason. If I have a phone number, there I go. I can copy this and pull it right into Google Communicator. I'm sorry, into our Office Communicator program we use, and call the parents. If you were to download this as an Excel spreadsheet, that should be a link. Same thing with your parent emails. They will be links. You click on it, it'll open up your email program. There was a lot to that. I understand. I get it. If you didn't get something, please feel free to rewind the video. Hope that makes sense to you. Again, let's try to save some paper here and get our information online and gather all that student information into an easy to use spreadsheet.